stay for many a while.
Hey y'all, welcome to my live.
Until the break of day.
Digging the music. I don't know if y'all can hear it. So today is Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. It's island time for me. So, right, like I know I have things to get done, but it's not like, oh my God, I have to get stuff done. I do have a lunch date today, so I want to make sure I get that, and then I'm going to go find out why my eye has been twitching for the last 3 weeks. All right, today I hope someone joins, but if not, maybe somebody will watch later and catch one of my lives, or leave me a comment. And Alexa, stop. Okay, this is weird, isn't it? I don't have anything right here to clip this back, so it's just going to fall forward again. Okay, I'm going to talk about projection, gaslighting, and the Roshomon effect. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how that all comes together. I have some other things planned. I'm working on podcasts. I am working on some shorts. Got some other things just really ready to go today. So we'll flow. We'll go with the flow. See how it goes. And then we'll stop and eat. So projection, the mirror we don't know we're holding. Okay, projection. Projection is a defense mechanism where we unconsciously attribute our own unwanted feelings, thoughts, or traits to someone else. It's like holding up a mirror to others, but seeing our own reflection without realizing it. So how it shows up at work. An insecure manager might accuse a competent employee of being too ambitious or trying to take over. A team member who procrastinates may blame others for delays, avoiding accountability. Blaming is a big one, like blaming others for what's going on. Okay, in relationships, a partner who feels guilty about flirting might accuse the other of being unfaithful. And someone struggling with anger may call their partner too emotional or aggressive. And why this matters. So projection distorts communication and trust. It shifts focus away from self-awareness and it creates unnecessary conflict. Recognizing it can lead to healthier boundaries and more honest conversations. Okay, hopefully that helped a little bit. All right, gaslighting, the war on your reality. It's so true too. So what is it? What it is. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where someone makes you doubt your own memory, perception, or sanity. It's not just lying, it's rewriting your reality. In relationships, it's things like, I never said that. You're imagining things. You're too sensitive. At work, it can look like a boss might deny giving you a task, then blame you for not completing it. Or a colleague may twist your words in meetings to make you seem incompetent. Why it's dangerous. Gaslighting erodes self-trust. Victims often feel confused, isolated, and dependent on the manipulator for the truth. Over time, it can lead to anxiety, depression, and loss of confidence. All right, so now I want to tie that into the Roshomon effect. Truth through many lenses. So the Roshomon effect was named after a 1950 film, Roshomon. This effect describes how different people can recall the same event in wildly different and equally sincere ways. It's not deception, it's perception. So why it happens? Memory is reconstructive, not photographic. Emotions and biases color how we interpret events, and our roles, identities, expectations shape our version of the truth. How it can help relationships. Understanding the Roshomon effect encourages empathy. Maybe they saw it differently. Promotes curiosity over judgment. I dig that. Like, let's be curious more than judging. Builds resilience in conflict resolution by acknowledging multiple truths. Okay, that's so, I'm going to repeat that because it means so much. Like, it's a foundational thing. When you can hear all sides of the story and understand that people see things differently, it builds resilience and conflict resolution by acknowledging multiple truths. In practice, instead of arguing over who's right, ask, what did that moment feel like for you? What were you hoping I'd understand? That shift can transform misunderstandings into deeper connection. What were you hoping I'd understand? Help me understand that. All right, how these concepts interact. So we've got projection plus gaslighting equals a toxic cocktail. When someone projects their insecurities and gaslights you about your reaction, it creates a loop of confusion. You feel hurt, but they say, you're the one being dramatic. You try to explain, but they twist your words. You start questioning your own instincts. The Roshomon effect as the antidote. Instead of trying to win the argument, you shift to understanding. We both experience this moment differently. Let's unpack that. We validate each other's perspectives, even if we disagree. And it's not about who's right. It's about what each person needs to do to be able to feel heard. All right, here's a real life example, the forgotten birthday. Let's say Alex forgot Jordan's birthday. Jordan feels hurt. Alex says, you never told me it mattered. Jordan replies, I did, you just didn't listen. Projection. Alex might be deflecting guilt by blaming Jordan. Gaslighting. If Alex insists Gordon never mentioned it, that's rewriting history. And the Roshomon effect, both remember the lead up differently. Maybe Jordan hinted, but Alex didn't pick up on it. A better response. I'm sorry, I missed something important to you. Can you help me understand how I can do better? Boom. Empathy, accountability, and growth. Spotting the patterns early. Projection, red flags. All right, red flags on projection. You feel blamed for something that doesn't match your behavior. Someone accuses you of motives you don't recognize in yourself. You notice a pattern. They often call others selfish, lazy, manipulative. How to respond? Stay grounded. That's not how I see it. Can we talk about what's really going on? I'm going to repeat that. That's not how I see it. Can we talk about what's really going on? Ask questions. What makes you feel that way? And listen for the answer. Don't absorb their emotions. Observe them. Gaslighting, red flags. You start second guessing your memory or instincts. You feel confused after conversations like reality just shifted. You're told you're too sensitive or crazy when you express hurt. And I can tell from my own personal experience, your confidence really goes down. Your self-worth goes down. Your self-esteem goes down. And the language in your head turns from positive and uplifting to negative and hurtful. And it's very harmful. So how do you handle red flag or gaslighting red flags? How to respond? Keep a journal or voice notes. If you can record the other person, do it in a way that they can't hear, like they don't know, but record them so that you can play it back to them. Use grounding phrases. I remember it differently, and that matters. I remember it differently, and that matters. Seek outside perspective. Gaslighting thrives in isolation. So you talk about it. It's scary to talk about, but talk about it. All right, so the Roshomon effect. Red flags. Two people recall the same event completely differently. So you feel misunderstood, but they seem just as certain. Emotions run high, but facts feel slippery. How to respond? Validate both experiences. I see how that felt true for you. I see how that felt true for you. Use I statements. I felt X when Y happened. And I want to talk about you statements. I know I've mentioned this before, but you have to be careful with you statements because they're like negative. You, right? So if you can take the word you completely out of how you're going to respond, it's going to be a lot less aggressive and a lot more opening and inviting communication rather than like pointing out something somebody did wrong. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes somebody pointing their finger at them. So I felt sad when I heard that you weren't going to be at the meeting. And I responded negatively because I felt hurt. At no point did I say you, right? You, no, right? So going back to that, like thing about the birthday, you never told me your birthday. It's not my responsibility to tell you my birthday. Okay. If you want to know my birthday, you should care enough about me to figure it out. I care enough about you to figure it out. But if you forgot my birthday was, I felt hurt when my birthday was forgotten. And I would really like it if we could make our birthdays special occasions for both of us. All right, where am I at here? So red flags, how to respond, focus on impact, not intent. All right. So rather when somebody's gaslighting or projecting, focus on the impact, not the intent. The intent is probably to hurt you. The impact going back is that I don't want to hurt you. And so I'm going to watch my own words. Flipping the lens. Are we doing this? Self-projection. Ask yourself, am I judging someone harshly for something I secretly fear in myself? Do I get triggered by traits I dislike in myself? Am I deflecting blame instead of owning my part? Growth move. Pause and reflect before reacting. Journaling or therapy can help uncover hidden projections. All right, accidental gaslighting. Ask yourself, have I ever dismissed someone's feelings with "you're overreacting"? Do I rewrite events to avoid feeling guilty? Yeah, probably. Have I ever made someone doubt their memory to win an argument? God, that is so sad. That's such a sad, horrible thing to do. You know, if I don't ever want to make someone doubt their memory to win an argument. I can see doing it, but I wouldn't want to actually do that. I would hopefully have enough self-awareness to stop myself from doing that. Growth move. Practice radical honesty and accountability. Say, I may have remembered that differently. Let's figure it out together. Roshomon awareness. Ask yourself, am I assuming my version of events is the only valid one? Am I assuming my version of events is the only valid one? Do I listen to understand or to defend or to learn? Well, I guess understand. Growth move. Embrace curiosity. Ask, what was that moment like for you? What did you need from me then? And again, that's a you statement. So what can I do for you now? All right. That's my live for today. I think I got some other stuff I'm working on that's going to be kind of funny. I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Don't think for a minute that I don't miss each and every one of you so very much. I do. I really do. As always, it's Elle Cameron. This is my live. Please check it out, you guys. Check out my podcast, and let's keep the communication going, conversation going. Thanks. Bye.